Yeah, so good evening, friends. My name is Amit Kumar Murmu, and today I am the host, and the topic is the impact of social media platform in our relationship. So, being a host, I would like to go first. So here we go. So I would first put on some lights on the first point. So the first point is that it has bring the communication system to another level. So let me put some light more on it. So as we know that basically social media platform serves as a tool to communicate people with all around the world. But as we know that we had some of the methods previously, but it was old, and now we have some different tools and different platforms such as Instagram and Facebook and all of others through which we can connect to the whole world basically. So I would like to share one experience related to my life. So there is an uncle of me. So he actually created a WhatsApp group where he actually put all our relatives. And now I don't need to take that uncle into call and ask him for one of my cousin's number. I can basically go to that WhatsApp group and take out the number, whichever number I want. So that's an example which describes actually how strongly and how connected and how strongly we are connected to each other through the social media thing. The second thing I would like to say about how it has developed the connection building and relationship into our personal level. So now anybody can actually connect to anyone through these tools, and now anybody can share their experiences, their life experiences, their precious life experiences through different means of actions. Like they can post their photos, their videos, they can share anything, any idea if they have into this platform, and anybody can take those things and apply those things into their life basically. So obviously there are some things which actually is very good, but there are some consequences as well. So I would like to put some of the consequences. So there is a concept called being digitally aware and physically unawareness. So if we wisely use these tools, it is very good. But when people lose the control over it, then it can really mess our lives. So obviously there are some examples we can see around us that by overusing of these tools, anybody can basically ignore the people around them. So this is obviously called the physical awareness, or sorry, the physical inactivity. So obviously there are some more things that I won't be able to talk about due to some time foundation. So obviously it has transformed the way we used to connect, and due to those things, actually some of bad things that already also happened. So I would like to conclude my speech now. Yeah. So anybody who would like to add on to my speech? Yeah, go ahead, Karan.
So I think your today's speech, matlab, it was good, but you are hesitating on some points, so I can't relate with you properly. When a person is hesitating in between his speech, na, so we just get unconnected because of that. So that's the one issue. Otherwise, your speech was good.
Okay, thank you, Karan. It was very valuable. Yeah, go ahead, Vishal.
Yeah, Amit, as Karan already told you that your today's speech was not, I mean, connected to the audience, or personally, I didn't understand what are you saying. Maybe you put some technical points so that I'm not able to understand what are you saying. But I really feel your today's speech was not connected to the audience. So I think you have to consider this.
Okay, it is noted. Yeah, go ahead, Nikita.
So Amit, regarding today's speech, I found that your speech wasn't sticking to today's topic. Like the topic was the impact of social media on relationships. So you have to describe the impact of social media on relationships. And moreover, you added your experience in the beginning. You should have done it at the end also, I guess. So that's the only feedback that I can give to you. Thank you.
Okay, got it. Nice. So I would like to talk about that into the like at the end of the meet. So now I would like to bring onto the stage Karan. So Karan, you can go next.
First of all, good evening, everyone. So our today's topic is what are the impacts of social media in our personal life or in our relationships. So according to me, if I talk about it, so according to me, there are both negative and positive impacts. But according to me, there are more negative impacts on our life. But if I talk about some positive impacts, Amit said, we are connected to those persons who are living far away from us. Many of the students are living far from their family, so it is easy for them when they are facing some depression issue or something like that. They can connect with their family and friends so that they can heal themselves. So it is very important to stay connected. If there are no friends of you in a hostel or somewhere, so you have a support of social media so that you can connect with your family members or some peoples. So it is it is very beneficial for us. And if I talk about it in IT field, there are many clients which we are dealing with from foreign in nowadays. So it is very easy for us for to connect with those people, because it is not possible that every time we just connect with them face to face, but so we can connect with them on social media. So it is very beneficial thing according to me. And if I talk about now, if I talk about negative impacts, so there are many negative impacts. So if I see today's generation is all on phone. Today's games also become a social media, like people are connecting on games also. So it is just harming our society. The generation is become less socialized. They are unable to socialize with people. Like they are able to socialize on phone, but when they are talking to a person face to face, so it is difficult for them. They can't express themselves properly. So it is very important to have a social life. So that social life in personal I am talking about personal life, so that they can socialize with people properly. Today's generation also not connect with their parents properly. Their parents are also on phone and they are also on phone. So it is they are living in a house, but they are not living on a house in a house. They are living on social media. It happens like that. And if I talk about an IT field, so I give an example that we are connected with the clients through social media. But sometimes what happens when we are talking or dealing with a client on social media, so when we are texting someone, we can't express ourselves properly. So sometimes our words become rude to them. So they feel that a person is rude. So it is not a good impact. It did not give a good impact of us on those people. So I just conclude my speech on this. So there are both positive and negative impacts, but it's upon you that how you deal with it, how you are using it positively or negatively. Thank you so much.
One word, just one word, which is nice. Actually, you are improving very fast as I expected. Actually, you put more and more points, and your speech was way. It's getting better. Basically, it's getting better. I can acknowledge that. So anybody, yeah, Vishal, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Amit.
Yeah, Karan, your speech was very good, but I think uh, you have lots of point to put on social media. But because of time limit, I think you exceed your time limit. You can wrap up your all the points within given time, so that your speech was become more
Thank you
better.
so much, Vishal bhai.
And the rest of the things, your overall speech was very
Thank
good.
you so much, Vishal bhai.
Yeah, Nikita, go ahead.
Thank you, host, for allowing me to give the feedback. Karan, what Vishal and Amit have said, I don't know, but I totally disagree with them, because what I found was your speech was as usual. You were able to convey the message. It was realistic also. It was relatable also, but it could have been more better. Like it could have been more, like you should have a proper format in your speech, which was missing. I guess it's just my personal opinion. Please don't take it otherwise.
Ah,
Okay.
but I want to ask a question.
Thank.
Like I just give a structured speech. Like firstly, I give positive points, and then I also give negative points.
Yes,
Then I
yes.
conclude my speech with that key both we both have positive and negative impact.
But
So what
but
was
the
the structure?
structure was there. But what I usually observe that whenever you speak in English, it seems like as if you're explaining it in Hindi or in your informal language. It seems like that. I don't know, but to me only I
Okay, okay,
observe
I
like that.
understand. Thank you, Nikita.
Okay, welcome.
Okay, understood. It's very hard to make Nikita happy.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
yeah. So next, I would like to call Supriya answers. Yeah, Supriya, sure yours. Go ahead. Sorry. I would like to call Nikita first. Supriya, you can go after that.
Can you pause the recording, host?
Yeah. So next we have Nikita on stage.
Good evening, everybody, and I would like to thank our host for giving me the opportunity to speak on the topic. Today is Challenge 13, and the topic for today is the impact of social media on relationships. So, as I always say that almost everything we come across in our lives has its own share of pros and cons, and so does the social media. The impact of social media on relationships has its both negative ways and in positive ways. The positive way is that the social media is itself a boon of digital technology, which is itself a blessing of the smart technology, and it brings all the communities together into one single platform. There are no physical foundations. There are no physical boundaries. People sitting in every corner of the world can connect at one single entity, which is known as a social media, and it brings relatives, friends, families together who are living far away from their locations, so they can connect with them over a single platform. And it boosts connectivity, and it also improves communication. And the negative impact of social media is that there are both interpersonal and intrapersonal effects on relationships, because people are spending less time in socializing with their family members, with their parents, elders, friends in society. And while they are active on social media, they are virtually active on social media and spending time with their families and friends, but they are not socializing physically. So that is the main impact. And what it brings, the maximum, the increased usage of social media has um, elevated the problem of depression and mental health diseases, and it may even lead to suicide in some of the cases. And it usually helps in the teenage or in the youth. Social media has taken over the youth, especially the teenage people. So how these problems can be like avoided? There are some solutions for this, and they are like, we can set a timer, like up to how much time we have to spend our time on social media, and we can track our time. We can limit it to a certain extent, and we can uh, we can also use extensions in spite of installing the apps directly on our system or on our phone. We can use extension so that it limits our usage on it. And we can also use the web browser instead of installing apps. We can turn off our notifications or over social media, whether it is WhatsApp, whether it is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, anything. So here I would like to wind up my speech. Thank you so much for having your attention.
Yeah, thank you, Nikita, for sharing such valuable points. So I would like to add on to that. One suggestion that I can suggest you is your speech is obviously structured, full of facts, and informative. One thing I would like to suggest is that you need to talk like from the body as well. Like add some body language to it. Your speech is like it seems like little monotonous. So use some intonations, use some voice modulations. Basically, use your body and talk engagingly. So that's one point I can talk. Vishal, you can go
Thank
ahead.
you, host.
Uh, you have any advice?
Yeah, Nikta, as Amit has already told you that you can be more interactive. You can add some body language in your speech, and please don't offend me. Uh, I mean, offend from me.
No,
Uh,
I am not getting it.
act- Actually, I always told you that you can be more realistic, more genuine in your speech. Your today's speech is as I also always feel like you prepared your speech and you just uh, reading something. Whenever in a sometime, I mean in a some points you just stuck and you saw uh, above, and so it is not good. I mean, as I totally agree with Amit's point, as Amit told you that you can be more interactive, you have to put some body language so that you can be more, I mean, directly connected to the audience.
Yeah, Karan, you have something?
So I was saying the same thing that Miss said कि you should use some body language to your speech also, because I told you the same thing before also. But if I tell you that today's speech was more expressive if I compare it to the past days, because today your light is proper. So please maintain that and start using some body language. Start using your hands like I tell you before. So you should use that. And like Amit said that you sound monotonous sometime when you are just speaking in one what we said one
On a single flow,
One
yeah.
one
flow,
way.
one
One
flow.
flow.
Yes, one way. Yes, you should change your voice modulation sometimes. Like when you are saying some big point, na, you should use your voice modulation to highlight those points. So
Yeah,
that's the one feedback from my side.
So thank you, Vishal, Amit, and Karan. I will definitely work upon this, and next time I will surely improve. Thank you.
good, nice. So yeah, so now Sophia, you can go ahead.
Okay. So thank you, Amit. As the topic is that impact of social media on relationships. So as you already concluded that it has got negative and positive both the impacts. So definitely there are two impacts of everything. If there is a positivity, then definitely there is a negativity also in existence, which I believe. And coming to the point, the social media, it has impacted our youth, elder generations a lot, because earlier it was this that we were sitting in a room and we were discussing with our grandparents, like about values, about the culture, about everything, which was very useful to us all, and we were really very connected with all of them mentally, and we all had that attachable bond which cannot be, I mean, broken easily. So that was very appreciating earlier times. But now what we see that everybody is engaged in mobiles, everyone is having a phone. Even the younger ones, I see people in my, I mean, around me, just children, just 5 or 4, 3 years old, they are just having phone and googling. Of course social media is good to connect, it is helpful for people who are living far from their families, so that they can keep in touch with them, they can inform that how they are doing well or not. Because it's very difficult to connect people who are far from us, and I mean, to take their update every day, it's very difficult without social media. But coming to the very crucial point, very small point, which I believe that I mean, students are really very getting disheartened when they're, social media is somewhere just distracting their mind from real focus of their studies. Like they have to stuck into their books only, not only social media. Like they are spending time without any restriction, they are using phones, they are not even bothering about who is the person who is sitting next to me. They are not, I mean, talking, they are just texting and texting. They are harming themselves, and because there is no restriction, and because of the internet connection, internet has, you know brings so much difficulties nowadays, I believe, because it is harming lots of people, lots of, I mean, our birds are disappearing because of this social media only. So I believe there is a positive impact just to stay connected from people who are far away from you. But somewhere it is, I mean, more than negativity it has brought in our life, because it is somewhere just separating lives, separating our parents from one another. I mean, children are not just not bothered about their parents and all. So that's how I would like to wind up my speech.
Okay, yeah, Karan, go.
So there is only one feedback from my side, that you should add some more points. You just revolve your full speech on some two or one points. So you should add some more points. Otherwise, your speech was good. It was totally relatable.
Okay, Vishal, go next.
Yeah, so Priya, I'm totally agree with current point. You should add some more points. But in my opinion, your speech was awesome because you always put a realistic point of view, or you always put body language in your speech, and overall you are totally engaging with your audience directly. So your speech delivery, I think 101% is very much good, but you can add some more points so that your speech would become more effective. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vishal. Nikita, you can go.
Thank you, host. Supriya, it is not about only today's speech. Almost every speech that I listen from you, I find that your voice modulation is good. Your speeches are interactive, relatable, realistic also. And but what I observe usually in your speeches is that you don't actually stick to the topic, but you tell about what is the overview of the topic. Let's see, you have talked about like what is the current scenario regarding the social media, but you should also jump on the impact of social media which are having on the relationships. Like you were saying that nowadays children are spending more time on social media, but what is the result, what is the effect, and what is the impact of social media on relationships, that you should also highlight in your speech. But you were also like giving an overview, like what's happening today, what's today's generation is doing, and these things are like quite familiar with all of us, but you have to tell the impact also. So that's the one thing that I noticed in your speech. So that was my personal opinion. So thank you.
Yeah, Supriya, you like you would like to any reply onto that? It was a very valid point, I guess.
One thing that why I said children are stucking in that all those stuff. So this is the only impact that they are not interacting with their parents. That is the impact of it. They are just stucking on the screen only. That is the impact. You have to pull that point out.
Yeah, this
And
is the
moreover, I
effect.
will be adding more points. Definitely, I agree to this that I haven't added more points. So that's the improvement point I will do definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
you should add
Uh,
more points in a structured way also,
yeah,
because
sure.
as Nikita told you, this is very big thing that from the beginning you have to start like from the beginning structure, and then you should tell about the advantages and disadvantages and the solution of the problems.
Yeah, good.
I would like to say one thing.
Okay,
Actually,
so
her speech was structured, but what I was saying that uh, she said that I told about why children are spending less time. That is the impact. But I'm not only talking about that. There were many more points other than that which I noticed in your speech.
okay, so we will talk about that in our answer. So one thing I can add onto this is that Supriya's freestyle speech is way more better than my prepared structured speech. At least for now. I mean today. Yeah, Supriya,
It's a
you
Yeah,
can go
great,
on.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
yeah,
good.
it's a great statement for me. Thank you, host.
Okay, so we have our last question. Vishal, you can go now, and then we will wrap up the question.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for giving the opportunity to speak. As you declare, the topic is social media how can impact our relationship or our life. So, like I wanted to tell you the topic, social media, how can impact in our relationship between friends and parents. So this is very interesting, or you can say a general topic. Like there are many debates on social media's boon or bane. So in personally, in my point of view, currently the situation is social media become bane because of today's generation are not utilizing the social media as we can. But in my point of view, if we utilize the social medias, we can get lots of productive results through social media, as you guys are already told. With the help of social media, we can talk anyone, our friends or family, whoever we want to talk, or we can easily connect with them with the help of social media. And with the help of social media, we can easily get to know what are the what are the things currently running in our environment, or in our surroundings. We can easily get to know the newses, or so social. If we use social media in a positive way, so it will definitely become for you a boon. But the current I mean youth, so I don't think they are using the social media in a proper way. They are just using the social media as for connecting more and more pupils, so that he can get more attention or center of attraction through social media, just only for that. But in my point of view, if we use social media in appropriate manner or in a positive manner, so we can get definitely get a positive results from social media. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, go ahead, whoever that was current. Yeah.
So, first of all, I want to praise Vishal bhai. Your today's speech is more technical words. You have more technical words in your speech, like bone and other words. So, you are improving day by day. But there is one feedback that you should, same as Supriya, you should add some more in your speech. Otherwise, your speech was good, really great.
Yeah, bro, actually, I not prepared the speech because of I when I was in, I mean, sometimes I give prepare the speech, or the topic is social media's boon or bane. That's why I put these words.
So, your today's speech was very technical. I just liked it very much.
Okay, yeah. So Priya, you can go next.
My feedback is to you, host. There was 1 minute remaining for him to speak. You didn't allow him to speak, and he
Really?
was good going. He was good going with this speech. He started at 36:48, and it's still 38:47. I mean, he just hardly spoke for 2 minutes.
No,
Yeah,
actually, I
I feel like,
started record I had the timer, so it showed me
yeah,
30 to
host, yeah, host, I also feel like that you
Yeah,
didn't give the enough
you
time to speak me.
Who's do
hardly.
discrimination?
Okay, okay. Okay, we'll
This
talk
is a
about
very
it.
big
We'll talk
partiality
about
from me.
it. Okay,
And
anything?
his speech was going good. He used technical words, and of course, there is an improvement. One thing I can only tell him that you can use more gestures in your speech to make it more, relatable with public. That's only the feedback, and keep improving. That's it.
Okay, I'm expecting Nikita
Yeah,
to.
thank
Yeah,
you, guys.
yeah.
Thank you, host. Now, please, Vishal, be ready for the negative feedback by me. Uh,
Yeah, I'm
what
always
I
ready for your feedback.
what I usually find in your speech is that the flow of your speech gets disrupted in between. Like somewhere you get stuck, somewhere everybody gets stuck, but the flow doesn't. The flow should not get disrupted. And in your case, that happened. That happens almost every time. And if you could manage those things, then it won't be observable to even us also that your flow is getting disrupted, or you're not getting words, or not you're not able to recall the thoughts like that.
Yeah, actually, I totally agree with your point, because of I think the problem behind this is lack of practice, and I think I have to practice the speech before delivering the speech in the meeting. So
Okay. Yeah,
definitely,
guys. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. So
Thank you,
now,
Vishal. Thank
I'd
you.
like to thank everybody
Yeah,
in this
thank you so
call.
much.
I would like to thank everybody in this call. They gave their best, but they need to be their best version of themselves. So now, with this good thought, I would like to end this meeting. It's going to end by